Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with kerry, wehmeyer show for Tuesday, May 11th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So we are live here today. So we'll begin sending out your links. If you want to come in and video chat through the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter through StreamYard. So if you want to do that, you can do that. So that's highly optional. If you don't, that's fine. So let's go ahead and send those links out. It's like we got one. Yep, the other one looks like it's not sending. So we'll send it out to Facebook too. And we'll get it out there, get it out to Facebook as well. Okay, Facebook once again has the link. So the link's posted in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So let's go ahead and go over today's news headlines here on this Tuesday morning. So let's switch this out. I'll have to share my screen and we'll go over to FanSided. Hit that button. Okay, there it is. Okay, FanSided is a website devoted to sports and sports fans in general. So let's go ahead and go with some news headlines. Okay, let's go over this. What we lose when we lose minor league baseball. This is a pretty good article from Leela Moore. You can follow her on FanSided. That's fansided.com. I say this, what we lose when we lose minor league baseball, it's a lot. It's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to lose. I mean, look when the New Orleans Baby Cakes left New Orleans. Look, the city kind of was Jefferson Parish that had the team kind of lost some revenue and stuff like that. And the state absolutely lost revenue as well. So I'll be honest with you. Look, it's a whole lot of money that could go into your cities and stuff like that to get to make a significant improvements in your cities. I mean, but minor league baseball, like I said, minor league baseball it's the cheapest way to go to a game or something with your family and stuff like that. It's family affordable and stuff like that. I mean, Major League Baseball, like I said, Major League Baseball. Look, it's very expensive to go to a game, and it's just like I said. Then you got a lot of deal with parking and all that kind of stuff, and going to the concession stands. Prices are out of the wazoos. That's just. But when you got minor league baseball, it's family affordable, and you can get a lot out of it. I mean, because these players that come up in the college ranks, that's where they go to start off their professional careers, is minor league baseball. So, I mean, we're losing a lot when we lose minor league baseball in a major city or a small town or whatever. I mean, that's something, like I said, it's just minor league baseball it's like the engine drive for the local economies when it comes down to it. See, like the Biloxi Shuckers. Biloxi Shuckers also is another entity that's bring a lot of money to the city of Biloxi with all the fans and games that goes on at MGM Park. And so when you lose a team in minor league baseball that was very important to your team. See, like we had the Pelicans back in the I think it was way back in the 30s and 40s. Back in the 70s, they kind of left the city. So, I mean, I would love to see minor league baseball come back to New Orleans. I absolutely do. I mean, because it was a big impact for the city of New Orleans when it comes down to it. So, Once again, this is from Fansided. This is a very good article. Please, once again, follow this. So that's this is the article we're talking about. So the when we lose minor league baseball, we lose a lot. I mean, look, that's like I said, it is. You're going to lose a lot of when teams leave a city or minor league baseball. So that's like I said, if that can once again become here in New Orleans, it'll be a reality. But so once again, this is from Leela Moore. Follow him. Follow her Fansided at fansided.com. Okay. Extras. This is 24 incredible sports pictures from Getty Images. So this is 24 sports pictures. This is one of them. One of the runners kicking Maldonado in the head or something like that. That was one of them. That was one of the images. This is Medina Spirit winning the Kentucky Derby. That was at Churchill Downs this year. Also, it's another guy. This driver from the Netherlands getting into his car. Now this is another one. Wine. So these are pretty good, exciting, excellent pictures. Getty Images absolutely capture throughout the years of sporting events and stuff like that. Now Jackson Hayes dunking in the first quarter against the Golden State Warriors. That was on May 4th. That was a good dunk, right? That was a good image in the Smoothie King Center. And then you have Craig Smith with the Boston Bruins. And then you have the Oregon Ducks, Robbie Ashford diving for a score. So these are pretty good images. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, let's go to Inside the Clubhouse. We'll go over to that. Okay, Jarek Kelsey and debuts Brutal Ump and more. So this is from Robert Murray. You can follow him at Fansider. That's fansider.com. Talking Seattle calls up its top prospect, Jarek Karalik. So he's up in the main club, which is the Seattle Mariners. So he's made a significant, huge promotion. He's hitting 210. The Mariners right now are kind of they're hitting 210. They're also 29th. So that's something right there. Now, Michael A. Taylor has been a huge bargain for Kansas City. Yep, I think he was. Also, what's next for Albert Pujols? I don't know. I really don't know, to tell you the truth, what's going to happen with Albert Pujols. I mean, look, he had a pretty good fallout in Los Angeles and stuff like that. Hopefully, a major team can pick him up one of these days. So that right there was a major problem right there. Now, umpires are brutal. Here's how one prompt National League player responds when I asked him via text what stood out in the first month of the regular season. Offense everywhere is grinding. Tough environment for hitters. Pitchers are it's unreal defenses, but umpires are brutal. I'm sorry. It was awful. What about the umpires? I asked everything he said. I mean, look, to be honest with you, I'm going to give him my statement about it. Look, sure, you're going to have these brutal umpires. Sometimes you might have umpires that might call bad balls and strikes, but these guys that's working behind the plate are absolutely human. They're not robots. I mean, people just got to realize. I mean, they make mistakes too. I mean, but the thing is, don't repeat the mistake more than once. So, like I said, the umpires right now, they're trying to do the best they can to control the game. I mean, I know these players don't like to hear that, but the truth of the matter is, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's not rock. I know the fans don't like to hear the truth, but the truth of the matter is, look, when you got these umpires doing, you'll have good umpires, and then sometimes you'll have bad umpires. But like I said, you got to overcome the game and not let these umpires dictate what your team will do. So next one, can Jonathan Lucroy find a home? I'm pretty sure he can. Most likely think he can. Everybody loves wehmeyer. Yeah, I think they should, because this guy, I'm gonna tell you, this guy's absolutely been in the major leagues. He's been getting no hitters and stuff like that. So I'm glad to see wehmeyer getting a lot of press by the national media and stuff like that around the horn. Okay, MLB begins using new baseballs of 2021. Result of offensive slugging has never been like it before. 9 pitches, 236, 390, 306 on base percentage, and slugging percentage 396, and a 705 OPS. Now the Mets were wise to place Jonathan Jacob DeGrom on the injured list. So it looks like he is going to be on the injured list. Also, big reason the Mets were able to withstand DeGrom. Brief absence is Marcus Stroman and Taijuan Walker, and also Edwin Diaz. So the pitching staff will be fine. Christian Yelich remains on the injured list for the Milwaukee Brewers. So he's also he got his 7-year deal worth $215 million. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Click this out. Okay, how to pick a favorite team for with the WNBA in 2021. If you're curious, it's fast approaching. If you're a new WNBA fan and you pick, this is the perfect time to pick a team that's that you can stick with and stuff like that. So I look at it this way. Look, I mean, why not? Why not pick a team with the WNBA? Why not? Why not? I mean, look, some of these fans like the NBA, but the WNBA players play as well. They play hard as well as the men. So, look, there's no excuse not to pick a team. This is one for the Atlanta Dream. And then what you need to know about the Chicago Sky, and what you need to know about the Connecticut Suns, and also Dallas Wings. So some of these teams, if you want to pick these teams, that will be up to you. You can what team city you're in. It doesn't matter. City, you can go ahead and you can pick your team. If you like that team, you like the team that can be a consistent winner, then that's a good pick. Okay, whiteboard. Let's go to the whiteboard. articles. Okay, Jazz and Warriors get bricky, and Spurs go off. So it looks like the Spurs definitely go off. Spurs definitely have an incredible offense under Greg Popovich. They did win last night, 146-125 over the Milwaukee Bucks. Their offensive rating is 142.3 per 100 possessions. That's absolutely outstanding for the San Antonio Spurs when it comes down to it. Also, the shooting was excellent. So they did shoot 17 of 29 from behind the arc. Patty Mills was 6 of 9. And also, Lonnie Walker, the fourth, went 3 for 7. They piled up 50 points in the paint and made 60 through 60% of their shots inside the arc. So I'll be honest with you, this is a very good San Antonio Spurs team. When it comes down to it, right now with those, with their offensive rating being strong and stuff like that per 100 possessions, no wonder why they can they will get into the play-in tournament. They will be the 10th seed going into the playoff tournament. That's going to be on next week on the 18th. Now, also the Warriors and Jazz get bricky at the same time. So it was so they did and then Kelly Olynyk also could have helped a playoff contender. So it looks like Kelly Olynyk is playing for the Victor Pope also as well. Last night's game against the Trailblazers, Michael Cosm of his situation. He had 21 points. Just had 12 shots. He also had 8 rebounds and also 6 assists. But the Rockets lost by 11. Now, in other NBA, other content, the WNBA is fast approaching. Let's see what else we have this morning. Okay, Rick Short, our Wireless calls out the obvious about the Lakers playoffs needs. So it looks like he's calling out a lot of obvious reasons for the Lakers getting into that playing games. I'll be honest with you, they're definitely going to be in the playoff, but it's going to be a play in the playing game. So that's one thing they're going to be doing. So let's see what Rasheed Wallace had to say. She was interviewed by Rachel Nichols, which we hear what he had to say. I'm going to put the mics.
He's healthy now. Yeah. He's healthy. So that's why we saw the performance that we did last night. But, and Perk, you know this as well as I do, in order for the Lakers to go ahead and go all the way where they want to go, they're going to need LBJ back. LBJ is definitely the glue for that team. And I'm not disrespecting AD. I think he's a great player. He definitely deserves all the accolades he has and he's gotten. But they're definitely going to need LBJ. If they want to go ahead and go back-to-back, they're going to need LBJ. We all know that.
Yes, I think they're going to need LeBron James to come back. Because, look, Anthony Davis can't do it all by himself. No. It's not going to happen. So what Rasheed Wallace is saying is absolutely true. If you're going to get back to the championship in the Western Conference and also in the NBA championship, you got to have LeBron James. Hopefully they can get him back sooner rather than later, but I don't know how that's going to work out. So hopefully they can kind of survive this play-in tournament and try to go forward in the playoffs. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Okay, Alex Caruso sends a message to haters who disrespect Anthony Davis. So Anthony Caruso has a message to Anthony Davis haters out there in the world. Alex Caruso, teammate, um, uh, had his teammate back no matter what. Throughout the Lakers' quest to repeat as NBA champions, Davis has received large scrutiny for his inability to stay healthy and stuff like that. I mean, so that's what they're talking. So here's his quote. I can't speak for him personally, but I know I know I heard a lot of chilling chat on some tweet, some words saying Anthony Davis is soft. And look, you're going to have a lot of people out there that's going to say a lot of crap every single time because they know when they they don't have nothing to do right now. They just go on Twitter, just say stupid stuff to get themselves 15 minutes or maybe 10 seconds of fame or stuff like that. But truth to the matter is Anthony Davis, look, he can't do this, like I said, all by himself. I mean, he has to have team, the players to be behind him. And also because Alex Caruso is an absolute good teammate to Anthony Davis. So I'll be honest with you. Look, he's saying the truth about Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis can't do this all alone. I mean, because when you got injuries and stuff like that mounting up for the Lakers, look, they're going to have a lot of people out there. They're going to be crying and moaning and whining and saying all kind of stuff about Anthony Davis because they know they can get away with it on Twitter and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is you got to just drown these people out. Don't worry about what people say on social media because social media, they just want you to get mad, and that's what they want. They're just doing that just to get attention. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, 5 reasons Utah Jazz can win the 2021 NBA championship. 5 reasons. One of them is gas record is at or above 500. Definitely, they've been at above 500. Now, the next one is the three-point shooting. That is going to be key to winning games and stuff like that for the Utah Jazz. That's going to be absolutely key. Now, the next one will be bench play with Clarkson and all Joe Ingles, and so that's another one that could be another factor right there. And also, Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell should stay healthy. Yes, I think they should. That could be a good recipe if they stay healthy. That could be a good recipe for their success for the Utah Jazz. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. So let's see what else we have. Okay, 5 reasons the Lakers can win it all. So this is another one. This is another team that could win it all this year. Repeat as champions, the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, Lakers still have the number 1 defense. Yes, I think they do under Frank Vogel. Also, the Lakers have young stars like Dennis Schroeder and Monzell Harrell. That's another guy that is, and also Ray John Ray, Rondo, Avery Bradley. So they have some so they have some talent when it comes down to it. So the next one would be Anthony Davis is looking at himself again. Yeah. So that's another reason. Now, number 2 reason, LA's likely first round opponent should be most likely will be the Phoenix Suns. So it most likely will be the Phoenix Suns. Also, if LeBron can come back, and stay healthy throughout the playoffs, I think they can make a significant run. Yes, I think they can. So, I mean, like I said, all things considered, look, if they could get LeBron back, they will be fine. I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs no matter what. I mean, they're going to be getting the lower seeds. So for the Lakers, I mean, can they repeat? I'm pretty sure they won't. But if they do, they most likely will do it because of those reasons. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, Carlos Correa won a free chicken sandwich for Houston Astros fans. So, thanks to Carlos Correa's home run against the Blue Jays, the Houston Astros fans will get a free chicken sandwich courtesy of Chick-fil-A in the Houston area. So they're probably going to they'll probably go to this Chick-fil-A and get that chicken sandwich. So congratulations to Carlos Correa for winning those. He breaks out of that slump. He was hitting 0.37. Now he's up to 148 in 7 games in May. So the Astros hope the outpost could break him out of the slumps that he was in. The ALS is still tight around the middle, so it looks like the A's are pulling ahead of the division. Houston's in second, Oakland's in a half game ahead of Seattle. So that's once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, I know the White Sox signing out Pujols isn't going to happen. No, I don't think it's going to happen. If they try to sign Albert Pujols, I think it will be an absolute bad idea because it'd probably be a problem for the Chicago White Sox. So I don't think they should. So whoever gets them, I think they'll get them at a time and date. So this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. And also the Chicago Cubs pass on Albert Pujols is a huge blessing in disguise. So both the White Sox and the Cubs are passing on Albert Pujols. So it looks like both of them are going to not sign Albert Pujols at this time. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, Tommy, massive is out behind the head catch. So it was an unbelievable catch. So this is what happened in yesterday's game. This is from, let's show you the play.
That down behind his back.
Excellent catch. He throws an excellent strike.
Boys, step and throw. Perfect. That down behind his back.
So that was an excellent throw right there. Excellent throw to get the double play. So Tommy Masrick gets the play of the day. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. See what else we have. Okay, let's go to some football news. NFL. Packers reportedly offer Aaron Rodgers more money than Patrick Mahomes. Well, I'll look at it this way. Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl last year. So why offer Aaron Rodgers money? Why offer him and offer him a job and try to take that job from Patrick Mahomes? Look, that's stupid. That's just being flat out greedy. So look, I'll be honest with you. They should not offer money to Aaron Rodgers than Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes puts up the numbers. I know Aaron Rodgers puts up the numbers as well, but unfortunately, look, if the Chiefs sign him, I think he'll be a backup quarterback. He's not going to be going in there and try to take Patrick Mahomes' job, because that job is for him. He puts out. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. See what else we could talk about here. Okay, Brian Flores praises Tua Tagovailoa, proves he still has faith in his Dolphins quarterback. So I think that's good to hear from Coach Flores saying that he has faith in Tua Tagovailoa. So I'm glad to see that happening. So when speaking to CBS Sports Peter King, that was on Football Morning in America, show that's on NBC Sports Network, he said, I never like to put it on one player, but I got a lot of young players. So that's what he said to the so he sounded, like I said, I'm glad he's absolutely praising him. But he will get better. I'll be honest with you, with all the talent that he has, he can get better. Tua Tagovailoa, I think he can absolutely get better at the those quarterback positions. So, I mean, I know Brian Flores will praise him and stuff like that. I'm glad he does, but he has, like I said, he has to prove that he's worth it on the field. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. What you? Okay. Why did the Jaguars just bring Tim Tebow on as an assistant coach? So this is what they're talking about. This is one of the articles. So I think he would make a good assistant coach. If I'll be honest with you, if they could put him in and on the coaching staff, I think he can make a good assistant coach with his knowledge in football and stuff like that. So why not? Why not try that? Why not try bringing him in and putting him in as an assistant coach? I don't understand this situation with the Jacksonville Jaguars because he knows, like I said, Tebow played under Urban Meyer, so why not? So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, Kansas City Chiefs cut tight end who wants to be paid in Bitcoins. That's kind of, I don't know. I don't know what his salary into a Bitcoin. I don't know why they want that to happen. I mean, that's one of them. So this is from Scott Rogas. You can follow him at Fansider. They released showing cutting who wants to get paid in Bitcoin. Back in February, he signed a 1-year deal worth $920 million. That's but he said he wants to get paid in Bitcoin. That's kind of, I don't know what the hell that is. I mean, it's kind of a different currency or something like that or whatever. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, 30 best HBCU football players of all time. So we'll go through those 30 best players in HBCU college football. Number one is Walter Payton. That's one of them. He played with the Bears for a couple of years. Walter Payton. One of them he played with. So that's one of them. Also, Ken Houston is safety from Prairie View University. He played with Prairie View University. He was drafted. He was a former Washington Houston player. He was in the AFL. He drafted by the Oilers back in 1967. 1971, Houston set the return record in one season with 5. And also had 5 interceptions. Also, he played. He was an All-Pro back in 1968 through 79. He also played with Washington back in 1973. Now, Elvis Bethea, he played with North Carolina A&T. He also won the shot put back in 1964. So that's pretty good. He played with Bethea in Jackson State. Jackson State alum is one of the formidable pass rushers tandems back in the 70s. So he had 105 sacks. So they were pretty good tandems together. Robert Brazil. So he played with just one of them. Rayfield Wright, offensive tackle with Valley Forge University. So he played with Fort Valley University. That's in so he played another that's an HBCU. Now he played with the 49ers. And then he was drafted by the Cowboys back in 1969. By 1971, he was on the Dallas chart. So that's he played with the Dallas Cowboys. That's Rayfield Wright. Next guy we're going to focus on is Bethune-Cookman's Larry Little. Larry Little was named a champion. He played with Bethune-Cookman. He won 2 MEAC titles from 1988 and 1984. Little NFL career did not had a Hall of Fame beginning. He was undrafted back in 1967. So he signed with the San Diego Chargers. So, looks like, so that's another guy that and then Willie taught him from Mississippi Valley State. He played with Mississippi Valley State. That was up in Awaba, Mississippi. So he played on the upsell level. It was in black college football. He led the Delta Devils, scoring 59 points. So Willie Tomlin was done at Mississippi Valley State. He had an all-time passing 12,711 in single season. Also 4,557 passing yards. So he played with Mississippi Valley State. That was in the SWAC conference. Roosevelt Brown played with Morgan State University. That's another HBCU school. So he played. He was an All-American. Tom Brady draft story back in 1952. He played with. Let's see. He played with the Browns. He missed 13 seasons, 4 games in 13 seasons. He also played in the NFL championship match in 1956. Next one's going to be Willie Brown. Willie Brown's cornerback, Grambling University. Willie Brown. So Willie Brown's another guy that played with the Grambling Tigers under Eddie Robinson days. So like I say, these HBCU players were personified what black college football was all about back in the days. So Willie Brown's another one. That's another HBCU player of all time. Okay, Winston Hill. Offensive tackle with Texas Southern. So he played with Texas Southern. He also was drafted. I think he was with the Colts. He also was with the Jets. He was inducted in the Hall of Fame last year, 2020. Hill was part of the 1968 Jet squad, which upset Johnny Unitas and the Baltimore Colts. So he was he had 174 consecutive games. He also protected quarterback Joe Namath, also Emerson Boozer, Matt Snell, John Riggins. It's another guy that he protected. So he was an offensive lineman. Now, Willie Davis is another guy. He played with Grambling State. He also, that was back in the mid-50s. Davis was drafted back in 1956 by the Cleveland Browns. He also went in the military back in 1958. So, however, Bedford Barry saw Davis' potential and drafted him in 1960 to the Green Bay Packers. So he played with the Packers. He played with the Browns and Packers back in the days. Now, Claude Humphrey is another guy. He played with Tennessee State. So he also played with the Atlanta Falcons back in the day. So it's another guy. He had 125.5 sacks. He also had 14.5 in 1980 with to help the Philadelphia Eagles reach the Super Bowl. And also he was honored in the Tennessee State Hall of Fame, Atlanta Ring of Honor, and also the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Also, Charlie Joyner was a wide receiver, kick returner with back in the day. He played with Grambling State, but he also played with the Chargers, Bengals, Oilers, and Liam Barney, cornerback with Jackson State. He played with Jackson State as well. He was also a kick returner. So he's also had 2,586 kick and punt return yards. He also had 3 touchdowns. He also had 10 interceptions. So next one is Harold Carmichael. It's another guy from Southern University in Baton Rouge. So he played. He's a 6'8", 225 wide receiver. Played with the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's another guy. So he also he was in the Pro Bowl back in 1973. So Harold Carmichael, Bob Hayes, another guy. He played with Dallas Cowboys. He also played with Florida A&M. That's another HBCU school. So he was drafted by the Cowboys back in 1965 in the 1965 draft. He also had 25 touchdown catches in his first 2 seasons. Also, another guy that played HBCU football is Harold Carson with the New York Giants. He was their greatest linebacker in history with the back in the 80s. So he was an All-American back in 1975 in the MEAC. Also, he had set records with 117 consecutive tackles and sacks and stuff like that. He was inducted in the College Football Hall of Fame, also Black College Football Hall of Fame in 2012. He also was a 9-time Pro Bowler. Willie Lanier from Morgan State, played with Kansas City. He was a linebacker. So he was the 50th pick by the Kansas City Chiefs. He also was a Pro Football Hall of Fame back in 1986. He was enshrined in the Hall of Fame. He had 27 career interceptions. So a pretty good career for now. Richard Dent is another guy. Richard Dent played with the Chicago Bears. He was a Hall of Famer. He had 137 sacks. He also had 13 fumble recoveries. He also had 8 interceptions. He also helped the Chicago Bears win the Super Bowl back in 1985. Now, Art Shell's another guy. Art Shell played with the Raiders back in the 70s. He also was the head coach with the Oakland Raiders back in 1989. That was a long 30-something years ago. So he's also another guy. John Stallworth, he played with Alabama A&M, but he also played with the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. He was drafted by the Steelers back in 74. He also had, he had single game receptions 40.4 and also average 24.4 receptions in history. Michael Strahan played with Texas Southern. He played with the Giants a couple of years, and then he went over to TV, went over to Fox NFL Sunday. He had a breakout season back in 1997, but he was also enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame a couple of years ago. Now, Shannon Sharpe is another guy. He played with the Denver Broncos. He was their reliable wide receiver for the Denver Broncos. Aeneas Williams played with Southern. He was a local kid from New Orleans. He also played with the Los Angeles Rams back in 2000. He was also enshrined in the Hall of Fame in 2014. Mel Blount. So Mel Blount played with Southern, but he also played with the Steelers. Mel Blount, he was part of the Steel Curtain. He had 57 interceptions. He also had, in his 14-year career, he also had 11 back in 1975. He was enshrined in the Hall. He was enshrined in the Hall of Fame back in 1989. He also was enshrined to the Black College Football Hall of Fame. Okay, Deacon Jones. Deacon Jones is another guy. He played with the South Carolina State. He also played with Mississippi Valley State. He played with the Rams a couple of years. They selected him back in 1961. He had 73.5 sacks. He had 24.5 in one season. Robert Brazil is another guy. He played with the Oilers in his day. He was player to play with Jackson State. Now Doug Williams. He was the coach a couple of years ago with Grambling. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Doug Williams. Jackie Slater. Jackie Slater was one of them. He played with Jackson State back in 1974. He also was selected. Let's see. He selected was in 1979. He also retired in 1995. Now the next guy is Buck Buchanan. Buck Buchanan playing for Grambling State, but he also played with the Kansas City Chiefs. They selected him back in. I'm trying to read his bio. Let's see. He was the first black college football player overall in professional football. So it's back in the 70s. He was selected 19th round by the Kansas City Chiefs, first overall pick. He went to the Hall of Fame back in 1992. Now, Walter Payton is one of them. He was called Sweetness. He played with Jackson State. And then the next one is Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was one of the most electrifying wide receivers in the for the San Francisco 49ers. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. The top 30 college football, black college football players of all time. So we'll wrap this up today. Okay, let's wrap this up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We will be back later for LSU baseball. Weather pending. If it doesn't rain, we will have the game for you. So that will be on SEC Network Plus. We will have game audio only. We cannot show the game at any time during the broadcast, because if we do, we're going to get copyrighted and we're going to get our channel suspended. No questions asked. So we'll have game audio coverage only. So if you want to come in, listen to the game, you can do that through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday afternoon, and we'll see y'all later.